Hey, what is going on, guys? TalkNorwichCity here, back for another preview video. I hope you guys are doing very well. Today I'm back with my predicted 11 ahead of this weekend's game against Nottingham Forest. As always, this isn't the team that I predict Alex Neil to play, but instead the team I would prefer to play. So maybe I should just call it the preferred 11, and I sometimes do that, so I don't even know why I said it. Said the predicted 11, but back again for another team, and once again some changes that I think might be made ahead of this weekend, and probably rightly so as well. Against Wigan, I said that Ruddy should be back in the team, but I'm going to go back with McGovern. Alex Neil didn't choose Ruddy, which I was kind of surprised about, actually. I thought he would go with Ruddy since he's back to fitness. It always seems like Alex Neil likes John Ruddy, but to be honest, kind of get that why McGovern's still in goal. 3 clean sheets this season and pulled a host of fantastic saves off against Wigan, and also pulled some really good saves off against Cardiff. So on that kind of form, you can't really drop Michael McGovern, and it seems like he's really enjoying his time at Norwich City. The back line, I'm not sure about Pinto's fitness, but I'm going to put him in there anyway. I didn't see the extent of the injury picked up on Tuesday night, so I can't really comment. If Pinto isn't available, I'd put Russell Martin at right back. I think he's an adequate replacement. The centre-back pair, I'm going to go with Tim Close and Ryan Bennett. I think, for me, it's still the best centre-back partnership. I worry about Ryan Bennett's distribution sometimes. I think he's not great, and he always looks for the long ball, much like me and five-a-side, but I think that partnership works really nicely, and I think it's a centre-back partnership that we should try and develop and make flourish, because it's always better when you know who you're playing alongside, especially as a centre-back where communication is so vital. So that's an important role, I think. It's huge to have Martin Olsson back at left back. I think we saw on Tuesday night the difference he has, putting a good defensive shift and also aids the attacking threat as well. So for me, Olsson's got to go in there, certainly superior to Robbie Brady at left back. Although Brady may be in contention for selection, if he is to play, I'd push him further up the pitch. Now, this is where it starts to really get interesting, because you've got a lot of options in terms of the midfield and the attacking four as well. So, you know, formation has been fairly similar this season. We've gone for a 4-2-3-1, or kind of dropping into a 4-4-1-1 at times. But for me, Johnny Howson retains his place, but in central midfield. I'm not a massive fan of Johnny Howson out on the right, although we look better probably as a team. Maybe I'd say that Howson, who's one of our best players, he doesn't flourish in that played out on the right. It was like when Bradley Johnson used to get played out on the left, and was never a massive fan of that. Next to him, you've got options. You can play Graham Dorrans there, who I think is one of the most underrated players at Norwich City, and I don't think he gets the credit he deserves. But I'm going to put Malumbu in here. Now, I'll explain why I've done that in a second. I've then gone for 3 players behind the striker. I've gone for Jacob Murphy out on the right-hand side. I've gone for Wes Hoolahan in behind the striker, and then Alex Pritchard out on the left-hand side. So Pritchard didn't start against Wigan, and I really want him to start against Nottingham Forest, because I think he looks lively, and I think he's definitely got a goal in him. The 2 games he's played as a sub, he's had chances, and I think that just slight lack of match fitness and match experience this season has cost him there, and he probably, with a bit of game time under his belt, usually score them 9 times out of 10. In terms of Wes Hoolahan, probably going to be fit for 70 minutes, and then you start to change things up, but he's the man who'll create you chances. And then Jacob Murphy out on the right hand side can, for me, play either side. He's fairly strong on both feet, so there's no reason why he can't play on either side, whether that's the left or the right. But after his 2 goals on Saturday, he's going to be flying high, and you can't really drop him. 4 goals in 5 starts for Murphy this season. That is fantastic form from the young man. Now, the reason I've put Malumbu in here instead of Dorrans is, one, just because he's slightly more defensive. I think that will contribute to this team better against the Nottingham Forest team, who are very strong going forwards. There's a few options here of what you can change. You can put Graham Dorrans in there. You can change this attacking 3. Does Naismith start? Is there any Naismith fans out there anymore? I wouldn't have thought so. He seems to be a forgotten man. But there was a suggestion I saw online that maybe Stephen Naismith could be being saved for the away games to protect him from the fans. Who knows about that? The attacking 3 could certainly change as well. I forgot to put Jerome in there. What am I doing? Oliveira is up for selection as well, so you could put Oliveira instead of Jerome. I would have thought you'd all agree with the back five, including the goalkeeper, unless there's still some calls for John Ruddy. But except for that, I think it's a fairly solid team, and once again, one that has enough quality to beat the team in front of us. But we do need to sort things out in terms of killing the game off. So that is my preferred 11. Let me know your preferred 11 and do you agree with this team? A big thank you to Fritz Bits for sponsoring all the preview content here on Talk Norwich City. I will see you at Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Make sure to leave a comment and a like and share it about with your friends. Big thanks for watching. Peace out. Hey, what is going on, guys? Talk Norwich City here, back for another video. I hope you guys are doing fantastically well. Today I'm back for my match preview video ahead of this weekend's game